Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hi, everybody. My name is Karen Kong, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Ottawa, Ontario. And welcome to my This or That Thursday. So every week I try to post 2 cards in my group. On my page. This is new. And I ask you, my crafting community, to vote on a card for me to make live on Thursday morning. And today we have a clear winner. We're making this card. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I usually like to hold up my card right at the beginning of the video so that when you go back and look at the videos again, it's easy to see which card's being made. So I forgot that. It's a new year, a new season, and it's been a while since I've done this. Good morning, Sandra. Thanks for joining me. So I'm, still getting back into the swing of things. So, so because I'm getting back into the swing of things, I'm kind of going with easier layout cards, more basic. And you know what? They're actually quite fun. Because I tend to I really like embossing and die cutting and all that, but it was so easy to make these cards this week, and I actually went and made another one with the same layout. So I'll show you that at the end, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm just going to switch my my camera over to my desk. So close your eyes while I take care of that, because I don't want you to get dizzy. Just a moment. All right, here we go. There we go. So if you are joining me live, I love to see you comment and talk with me, because I really suck at talking to myself. I'm just going to get my computer set up so I can see all the comments while I'm crafting. Just give me a second. There we go, I think. All right. I'm set up on my computer. I think I'm ready to start. Yeah, so if you're joining in, tell me where you're joining from. If you're new and you haven't joined me before, I'd love to see where everybody's watching from. So today we are making this card. I dragged out some retired DSP, and I know everybody has hoarded, all their favorite DSPs. This is a great way to use this one. So it actually doesn't use a lot of DSP. There's just tiny squares, but it's all from the same set, so it easily coordinates, right? So this is an easy way to make a card. Pick 4 of the designs that you think look nice together. You cut 4 squares, pick matching colors from the DSP, and voila, you've got your card. So super easy. So I picked soft succulent, which is now retired because that was the main color in this DSP, and Calypso Coral for the matte, and white, and then I have 4 different patterns that I used, and then I fussy cut the flower. So let's get started. So this is a standard card. Oh, I'll show you the inside. Very simple. I took a strip of the DSP and put it along the bottom just to make it a little fancier, Yeah, so very simple. So it's a standard card. Okay, so I have the other half of the sheet of paper that I used, the cardstock that I used for this card. So I don't need to cut that, but I do need to score it. So let me just move a few things out of the way, and I'll get the paper trimmer out. Oh yeah, just so you know, I'm using the Symbols of Fortune DSP. It's been a while since I've used it. I really wanted to get that back out because it's been a while. Okay, so standard card base is 8.5 by 11 cut in half. So this is the half sheet, and then I'm going to score it along the short edge. Well, what used to be the short edge. This is the 8.5 edge. So I'm going to score it in half at 4.25. Oh yeah, I see it's on clearance too, and I'm planning on putting in one more order before next week, or by next week, and I have it on my list because I realized yesterday when I dragged it out, I don't have a lot left. So I'm going to pick it up if it's still available. I'm just waiting for a couple more orders. Okay, so the mat here. Okay, so if you're joining for the very first time, I always post the the measurements and everything and my supplies in the video description after I'm done. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it in my Facebook business page. It's a little bit different. And I can't format things anymore. It's really weird. So I can't bold, I can't add bulleting. It's really, really weird. So I'm going to have to figure how I'm going to do that. But I always post the measurements and instructions for you guys. So look for that if you want to recreate this, but don't worry about writing it all down right now. Okay, so my my large mat in the Calypso Coral is 5 by 3 3 3/4 inches. So let me go ahead and cut that. I'm just going to fold this so get that out of the way first. Okay. So let's cut this down. I know this is a little bit wide and long, so I'm going to cut it down to, what did I say? Calypso Coral is 5 by 3 3/4. So 3 3/4 wide. I'm just using the ruler right up here to measure that out. Okay, and then 5 inches on this side. Sandra, you have 2 orders coming? What did you order? Because I know that the clearance rack, you know, you ordered for the clearance rack, but was there something else that caught your eye afterwards, or what's going on? Okay, so that's my larger mat. I have a smaller white mat right there, if you can see. This is what I glued all my pieces to. It's a really simple design, so just 4 pieces glued right onto the white mat. The white mat is 4 3/4 by 3.5. So let me just get another piece of white paper. I'm just trying to find like an appropriate sized. Okay, here's one. So what did I say? 4 3/4 by 3.5. 3.5. Okay. And then 4 3/4. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer, they are the best. Oh, okay. So Sandra said she'd already put in an order for the new mini catalog product. And then the clearance rack got updated without us knowing. And, well, can't resist a good deal, can we? I don't know why I didn't get up super early to see what the deals were. I kind of knew that there was going to be one because I follow a lot of demonstrators on Instagram, and I could see the Australian demonstrators already promoting that the clearance rack was being updated, so I knew it was coming. I think I was just too tired, but I mean, I know Sandra and I have talked about getting up at some crazy hour to like see what the deals are. You have no idea like what you've missed. I mean, I know that at 3 a.m. when it updates, there's other people who are looking at these updates or the new deals, and there are probably deals that we didn't even know about that were gone before we even looked at it at 6 or 7 in the morning. Okay, I have got my mats ready, my card base ready. Okay, so let's cut the little pieces, the blocks here. So these two, the 2 big blocks are the same size, and these smaller square blocks are the same size. So you can play around with these measurements, right? You don't have to have the exact same measurements as me. You can play around with this. So I left like a 1/4 inch of a gap, but you could make it bigger. You could make it smaller. So, you know, it's really up to you, but this is what I'm using. So it's really, really finicky for this part because it took me a few measurements to get it right. But the width on these things is literally, listen to this, 1 inch and 10.5 by 10.5 over 16 inches. Yes. Not 10 over 16 inches, 10.5. So that's just what happened to work out to for me, okay? Yes, I know, Sandra, we did get up at whatever ridiculous hour it was once. But yeah, we were not prepared this time. Okay, so all right. I'm getting distracted by just all the orders. Okay, so I know that I'm pretty sure I already measured these ones out. Yeah, I think this one's already measured out. The width is measured out, but I just got to measure the length out. Just a second, I'm just grabbing my other piece. Yeah, I measured these ones out. So that is already measured out. So now I need the long pieces, which are 3 inches each. So I'm going to bring back my paper trimmer. Okay, so the, right, so 3 inches for the longer pieces. Okay. And this one, just, I think I'm going to use the bottom half of this one because I like the, it just happens that the birds are right at the top. If I, oh, you know what? I'm going to cut it a little bit further down so I can keep those birds. Yeah, I'm just kind of gauging where I want to cut. So that means I'm going to cut it this way, 3 inches. So I can keep the birds in my picture on my card. Okay, so there's the 2 long pieces. There's the it looks like square. It's not quite square. Let's see. It is, those little squares are 1 9/16 of an inch. So let me just see, where did I put those pieces? Of course, they were right here until I need them. Look for the paper on my desktop. Okay, I know this one is the other half, the other side, sorry. So I just used the other side of this piece. So it is 1 9/16. 1, that's halfway is 8, and 9. 1 9/16. There's one piece. Now, if I could just find my other piece of paper, I had. This is reality crafting. Like, oh, I found it. It's underneath another piece. Got it. Okay, so there's the other one. I know it's the right width as well, so I'm going to cut the right length, which is 1 9/16. Just checking my tick marks. Yeah, well, I didn't even get up either, Sandra. I didn't get up to go take a look. I was just too tired. Okay, so there's my 4 pieces. Easy peasy. All right. Let's line them up on the white mat. Okay, so I think I'm going to switch it around this time. I'm just going to lay it out, like I'm going to flip these. So I'm going to put the flowered one over here. And I want this one up here this time. And this one over here. And this down here. Oh, I've got a little bit of fluff there. Okay. Okay, so it's a really small gap. It's a 1/16 of an inch, so. Okay, so now that I've got it laid out approximately, I'm just going to get my stamp and seal. Okay, so if you're watching, tell me what your favorite products are in the mini catalog. What did you buy and what did you think about buying? I definitely thought about the one with the ornaments. Okay, I cannot remember all the names right now because I'm under pressure. But the one with the ornaments I thought was really cute. I got the DSP because I really liked it because it's so nice and bright. I also liked the one with the bear, the polar bear. That DSP also is fun. Oh, the Noel set. I know that Rochelle got that one, our friend Rochelle on my team. Yeah, so the letters on that, the way they did the embossing in the letters, is it embossing or is it actually die cut? I can't remember. But it's so pretty. Like, those letters are so pretty. I have a little bit of stamp and seal here. Just gonna get rid of that. And the, which one? Shining Brightly. So that set is really, really nice. It's like, I don't know if I've got the right name, but it's the one with the nativity scene. And the thing is that there's no star in that set. I feel like it was like, oh, you really need to get the star bundle that is kind of paired with it, because otherwise you can't make the star for the nativity scene. Like, you can't do a nativity scene without that star. So that one is also caught my eye. And I love the detailing, like in the animals and the people. Which other ones did I also like? I think those were the main ones. I did get the paper for Shining Brightly because I am going to be using that for one of my classes coming up. Because I'm going to try combining it with some of the retired sets that I have that I think would work well with it. And it's such beautiful paper. It's like navy and gold. It's just gorgeous. And I think it sold out once. I'm not sure if it's back in stock or whatever, but oh no, actually it's not in stock. I remember looking that up. It's not back. Yeah, it's not back until end of October, I think. It was so popular, and it's gone out of stock. Whoops. Oh, and I also got the shiny paper that matches the Merry Bold and Bright DSP. It's like melon, mambo, and granny apple green and gold, I think. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing something with that. So, all right. So look, okay, so this is now down. I'm going to add it to my Calypso Coral. Yes, Sandra, I have not tried that 3D snowflake sky. Oh, I can show it to you guys. Just a second. I have that, and I have not even opened it yet, but I am really excited to try it out. Oops. Sorry. You know me, I am very particular about lining things up because I can't unsee it when I see it's like crooked. Okay. All right. And what's left now is to add it to my card base, and then I'll finish decorating and stamping. Yes, I remember that one that you're talking about, Sandra. I think I might have to steal that idea. I mean, case that idea, not stealing, casing. Okay, so here we go. Look at that. It already looks so good. And now you just have to add like a sentiment somewhere. Okay, so here we go. So I fussy cut that. Here's the DSP. So I did not want to use this sheet for a background or anything because all the flowers are so pretty. And actually the die for this set cuts this particular flower out. So yeah, I'm gonna die cut. Sorry, I'm gonna fussy cut this one. There's no die for that one. So let me just chop out this section. Yeah. Yeah, the snowflake sky I think is going to be very useful. I'm looking forward to using that. Oh, I'm going to have to take off my glasses to do this fussy cutting. You know, I told myself that I wasn't going to buy like stuff that didn't have dies, but even with the dies, there are some things that you have to fussy cut. Can't be helped. So we're in that funny time of year where it's like really cool in the mornings and then it warms up to like 20 something degrees during the day, and the kids, I don't know what to tell them to wear. It's cold in the morning, but then they come home all sweaty and hot because they're wearing pants or like, you know, I know my son does not like this because he's like, he loves wearing shorts in the winter time, but it is chilly in the morning when it's like only 7 degrees and you're walking to school and it's a 40-minute walk. So he did it one day last week and it was like cold and windy and cloudy, so there was no sun to help keep him warm, plus the wind was like going. So that day he had insisted that he would wear shorts and a t-shirt. I just let him decide because he has to learn on his own, and I think after that he decided that perhaps he needed something a little bit warmer. So there's been no fighting about it. He's just gotten dressed appropriately. It's funny. Sometimes you just have to let them figure it out for themselves. Like I had to tell myself it's not going to kill him. He won't die. He just will be really cold. I'm sorry. Maybe I should have pre-cut this before the live. I thought about it and decided not to, but now I'm thinking, I don't know if you guys enjoy watching me fussy cut. I'm almost there. Bear with me, please. If you've commented, Sandra, I can't read it right now because I don't have my glasses on. You know, I kind of like didn't feel like I was that blind, but then when I take my glasses off and I can't even see my computer screen, I can't read the comments, like I realized maybe I'm like more nearsighted than I thought. I'm looking forward to the class next week. I have a class next week using the one-horse sleigh, and that's going to be fun. I'm going to start cutting for that this weekend, I think. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I'm just getting back to your comment, Sandra. This would have been a much easier card to make multiples of. Why didn't we choose something like this instead? Well, you know, because we want to have fun. See, I always grip my scissors so tightly. Look at that. I don't know why I have to hold it so tightly, but anyways, we're done with that. All right, so I put this on dimensionals, but the first thing I did was I cut some ribbon to put behind it. I thought that looks so nice. The soft succulent ribbon, I think that's also in the clearance rack as well, so you can grab that. So I'm just going to kind of quickly measure out how much I think I need. All right. Maybe a little bit shorter, but let's start with that. I'm just trying to get the right angle of the cut, so something like this. And I need to trim this a little bit. There we go. Okay, so the way I adhered it is I just put some Stampin' Seal on the back. Okay, and I just fold this in half, super easy, and I just kind of eyeball this. Stick it on. And the good thing is if you're not happy with it, you just peel it off and you do it again. I just want it on a little bit more of an angle, I think. Oh, now one side is too long. It's easy to fix. See, reality crafting. There. There we go. I think I want to cut these. You know what? I like how the angle works that way. I think I'm going to flip it around. So like this. Yeah, well, sometimes you have to, like when you're adding ribbon, it has to be added like before you get to a certain stage, especially if you want it to wrap around. And but I do like having it on. I don't like big, you know, fluffy bows or anything, but I do like just a touch of ribbon. Okay. I have fussed more with this ribbon than I did on the first card. This is ridiculous. And I don't remember doing it like this. I think I just stuck it on the back and I was like, voila, done. Of course, when you're crafting live, that does not happen, right? It's like Murphy's Law. Okay. Oops. I don't think I have enough, not quite enough tape there. There we go. All right. Good enough. All right. So I'm going to stick dimensionals on that. Okay. Okay. Let's flip that over. And I'm just going to put it, let's see, because this side, so I flipped my my block placement because I was thinking I wanted to put this up higher this time. But you know what? I think I'm going to keep it in the same spot so that I can see the birds, because otherwise if I put it up here, the birds, well, they're not completely covered. But I think I'm going to keep it down here. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to gently pat that down in case I change my mind and want to lift it later, but it's probably going to have to stay. Okay. So last thing is to add the sentiment. Let me get some paper and we'll get the Stamparatus. I know if you don't have a Stamparatus, I'm sorry, you can't buy it anymore, but I do so love my Stamparatus, especially when I'm stamping sentiments, because I tend to roll my block with sentiments. I don't know why, but I do. So for me, the Stamparatus is the best thing. And if I miss any part of a letter, it's not a done deal. I can go back and stamp it again. Okay, so for this one, I think I'm going to use a slightly different sentiment. I used Thinking of You, which is from another retired set, On the Horizon. Okay, and I'm actually going to give this to a neighbor who's ill. So I want to give that one to her. But this one I think I'm going to make into more of a congratulatory card, and I'm going to drag out my Happiness Abounds stamp set. I like the sentiments from this particular set, so I'll just show you. See, they're really pretty. I like the combination of the cursive and the capitals, but I think I need a short one, so I think I'll use like Best Wishes, and that will be, you know, pretty, or congratulations. Just thinking about how much room I have. Best Wishes or Friend. What do you think? Sandra says I'm cruel to tease you with the Stamparatus. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I do love it. Okay, I'm going to use Best Wishes, I think. Let me just find it. Best wishes. Here we go. I'm just going to line up at the top here. Make sure it's straight. Oh gosh, it's stuck to me. All right, there we go. And I am going to use another coordinating color. So the other coordinating green in this set is the Evening Evergreen. Let's ink that up. Oops. Beautiful. Okay, just let me clean off the stamp. Yeah, the whole pressure thing and getting the whole image to appear or rolling the edges, it's just all the things that make me use the Stamparatus on a regular basis. Okay, so let's just trim this down. I'm just going to cut off this strip here. And if I haven't said it before, I love this for holding tiny pieces of paper. I think I'm going to trim this maybe a little bit skinnier. Just a smidgen. What do you think? And then we'll trim the words off. Okay, and then I'll trim this down. Perfect. Okay. So this is just a me thing. I know that the edges are a little bit raised and I like to flatten them down so they look more finished that way to me. Okay, so this one, I think, you know what, I like it when I cut it on an angle. Gives it a little bit extra oomph. So I'm just going to trim that with my scissors. Okay, and then I'll use dimensionals behind here to attach it. So I'll need my little tiny ones. Oh, replacement blades. Yes, I like having those around because you never know when it's going to start looking ragged or a little bit rough and you need to trim to replace them so that you can get nice clean cuts. So I'm going to put this over just a little bit because I know this is going to overlap here. So I don't want my dimensional sitting on top of the flower by accident. Put one here and I'll put one in the middle. Yes, I remember. But you couldn't get replacement blades for that old trimmer of yours. Oh, let's see. Let's get all these little backings off. And we'll stick this on right here. Here. Do I want it to cover up that join? No, that's too high, I think. How about just here? All right. And that's it. That is the card. I mean, that was really easy. Look, it's only 9:35. Oh my gosh, look at me. Okay, if you haven't joined me before, I have normally go right till 10 because I am a slow crafter. But look at this, only like half an hour and we finished the card. Like, how fun was that? You know, so easy. So that's using the Symbols of Fortune DSP. I actually had time last night to put together another one. This is using, oh, let me just look up the name, sorry. I pulled out the Forever Greenery. DSP. So this is another retired one that I love. It has the pretty peacock in it, and that has come back now, which makes me happy. Yeah, so, you know, so easy to make, you know, some simple cards with this. Like you can change up the decorations on the front when you're done. You know, you don't have to use like the same type of thing. But really, I mean, you're just adding a little bit of something with a little bit of, with a sentiment, and you're done. So, you know, super, super easy layout. So, I am going to post this card later in my Facebook page, but I'm going to challenge you, anybody who's watching, I'm going to challenge you to case my card and post your creations in the comments to inspire everybody else, because it's really easy to use. So that's it for this week. I can't believe I'm done so early. Crazy. Oh, let me show you the embossing folders before we go. So here's the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. Can't wait to use this. And I also got the Christmas Tidings embossing folder. So I think this will be fun to use. I love using embossing folders as a background and then just adding a little something to it. You know, very easy to decorate. Yeah. Should I take it out? Let's see. So I store my embossing folders inside the sleeves that I get for like other dies or whatever, because they're so sturdy, right? Look at that. Can you see it? So cool. Little gingerbread man, the presents. I like that. Okay, let me take out the other one. I have not removed it. Like, I haven't used this, but I already put it into a sleeve. But I don't have the sleeve for this one because I don't have any more of these, the really thick plastic cases left. I used them all up for other ones already. So this is like completely brand new. Ooh. All right, here it is. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's better if I just leave it closed. You can see it better that way. Here, I'll hold it up a little closer. I thought it would actually be the other way around. I thought the little, like this side would be up at the top, but whatever, doesn't matter. But it is really cool. I can't wait to use this for something. I want to combine these with the penguins or something. Like I have other Christmassy stuff that I can combine it with. I'm excited to use this. So those are the embossing folders. All right. So that's it for this week. Like I said, I'm challenging you to case the card and post your cards once I add a new post for this one, and you know, continue inspiring everybody. So have a great week, everybody, and hope you'll join in next week for my next This or That, and have a great time crafting. Bye.